porcupines are a type of rodent found in two main regions of the world, so scientists group them into either Old World or New World porcupines. Old World porcupines live in Europe, Africa, and Asia. Some examples are the North African crested porcupine, African brush-tailed porcupine, and Indian crested porcupine. New World porcupines live in North, Central, and South America. Some examples are the Canadian porcupine, Mexican hairy dwarf porcupine, and Brazilian porcupine. All porcupines are nocturnal and quite adaptable, found in a variety of habitats, as long as there is vegetation. There are a few differences between Old World and New World porcupines. Old World crested porcupines have back quills that can stand up into a crest, like a mohawk hairdo. The crest starts from the top of the head and goes down to the shoulders. They display their weaponry for all to see. Each quill is marked with black and white bands. Some quills can be up to 20 inches, 51 centimeters, long. These long, pliable quills act as guard hairs and form a skirt. When threatened, the skirt can be erected, making the porcupine appear 2 to 3 times bigger. Smaller, rigid quills that are 8 inches, 20 centimeters, long are densely packed over the Old World porcupine's rump and back. These can stab any potential threat. At the base of the tail, the porcupine has blunt, hollow quills that rattle when shaken, serving as a warning to potential predators. If the noise doesn't work, the porcupine may try to charge backward into the predator. When threatened, a crested porcupine stamps its feet, growls, and grunts to scare off the predator. Porcupines cannot shoot their quills. Quills are just modified hairs made out of keratin, the same substance found in our own hair and fingernails. The quills do not cover the underside of the porcupine. Porcupines have muscles at the base of each quill that allow them to stand up when the porcupine is excited or alarmed. Like all hairs, quills do shed, and when the porcupine shakes, loose quills can fly off, but without deadly force. Still, the quills can cause problems, and puncture wounds inflicted by porcupines are serious. Having quills does not mean that the porcupine's life is trouble-free. Large cats, especially lions, and human hunters, bushmeat trade, threaten Old World porcupines. New World porcupines' predators include martens, wolverines, pythons, eagles, and great horned owls. One porcupine predator, the fisher, is able to flip the North American porcupine onto its back, exposing its unprotected belly. In fact, the fisher has been reintroduced to some areas of North America in hopes of bringing destructive porcupine populations under control. There are still many myths and misunderstandings about porcupines, just as there were in ancient times. The philosopher Aristotle warned of the dangers of getting too close to a porcupine. The quilled beast could shoot its deadly needle-like darts over great distances at hunters and dogs alike. After reading this far, you know that is not true. Habitat and diet. Old World porcupines spend their life on the ground. They are somewhat social, sometimes traveling in pairs. They find shelter in caves, rock crevices, holes, or burrows that they may have dug. They sometimes rest in abandoned aardvark holes, which they may change to suit their own needs. Old World porcupines do not climb or jump well, but they are excellent swimmers. New World porcupines spend most of their time alone or in pairs moving through the trees. They may den in tree nests, rock crevices, brush, logs, or in tangled tree roots. All New World porcupines have long, curved claws that are excellent for climbing. Prehensile-tailed porcupines have tails that curl around branches, anchoring them to a tree. All porcupines have a great sense of smell. To make quick work of available food, these herbivores have sharp, chisel-like front teeth. They tend to forage alone rather than in groups, except for a mother with her young. Old World porcupines eat bark, roots, fruits, and berries. In rural areas, they may eat farmed crops, such as groundnuts, potatoes, pumpkins, and melons. Family life porcupines patrol their territory nightly and defend their feeding areas. They may travel outside their home range in pursuit of a mate or in search of a nice salt lick. If two adults are together, it is usually a mated pair or siblings. So, how do porcupines breed without injuring each other? Very carefully, of course. Males vie for a female during noisy battles. The victor then whines and stomps his tail to impress his lady. If she seems interested, he sprays her with urine, which signals her to lower her quills and move her barbed tail to the side for mating.